Right now, we're going to welcome our next live guest of the day. We've got Kevin Sterling, who is a market strategist over at XPO. And as we know, XPO had some big news a couple weeks ago about a potential spinoff. And now we've got XPO completing the sale of its North American logistics unit. Kevin, thank you for joining us. Exciting news from you guys today.
It is exciting, Kaylee and Anthony. Thanks for having me, and glad to be here with you. So today we announced the sale of our North American intermodal business to STG Logistics, and like the NCAA basketball tournaments, it's an exciting time for both XPO and STG Logistics. The deal is valued at $710 million as a result of a competitive sales process of multiple bidders. And for reference, our intermodal business generated about $1.2 billion in revenue in fiscal year 2021. So it's a win-win for both companies. STG, they're getting a great asset. My friend Paul Savinland, who's the CEO of STG and whom I've known for more than 20 years, he knows our intermodal business well. So you may remember Paul was the COO of Pacer, which we acquired in 2014, which was our intermodal business. And so the divestiture, it's a key step for us to create two pure-play publicly traded companies representing the less-than-truckload business and the truck brokerage business. And with the cash that's coming in the door from this sale, we're going to achieve our investment grade credit rating very soon. So we're very excited. Like I said, it's a win-win for both companies.
Excellent, Kevin. That was going to be my next question. It was going to be what was one of the biggest drivers in really making sure that this initiative was pushed through?
Yeah, Anthony, that's a great question. So today, the sale, it brings us a step closer to one great company becoming two great companies. And so as we advance toward the completion of our spin, which we announced a couple of weeks ago, our goal is to have two pure-play industry powerhouses whose outperformance is accurately reflected in stock. The spinoff will be a tech-enabled, best-in-class asset-light brokerage, and the remaining business will be the third largest less-than-truckload provider in North America and one of only a few national networks. We expect the spin to be completed by the end of the year. But we also learned by doing the GXO spin that creating two pure-play industry leaders, you eliminate the conglomerate discount, and that becomes easier to understand by investors. So there are some investors that want a pure play like the third largest LTL provider in North America, and there's others that want a high return, asset-light, tech-enabled truck brokerage platform that the spinoff will be. And so we think it's by doing the spin, it creates the best of both worlds. The asset sale, the divestiture, gets cash in the door for us to become investment grade. But also, too, Anthony, I'll share with you, it's something shippers really want. And so if you think of the industry today, shippers, they want us to do one or two things really well. And as Wayne Gretzky said, skate to where the puck is going, not where the puck is. And so we're skating to where the transportation industry is going, not where it's been. And shippers, they want you to be really good at one or two things. Investors want pure plays. So once again, I go back to this analogy, it's a win-win. Customers want us to go a mile deep with them, and we're doing that.
Kevin, I think that's a really good point that you bring up, because traditionally a lot of the thought has been, come do business with us, we can handle every single piece of your business, instead of come do business with us because what we can do, we want to do exceptionally well for you. And that makes you, when you do the latter piece of that, it makes you stand out among competitors. And you might not be in every single sector of the business, but the ones that you are excellent in. And obviously it's both XPO and GXO's goals to be those excellent players. Now that you have the sale complete and you're ready to take the next step into the spinoff, what is the next step to excellence in both of those spaces for you guys?
Kaylee, you are spot on. When you talk about that, you want to be excellent at one or two things. You want to go really a mile deep. You want to get into the trenches with that customer, with the shipper, and really understand their business. I know you can remember, and I remember this because I've been around the transportation industry for over 20 years. Early on, you wanted to be everything to everybody, and you wanted to grab more of a shipper's share of the wallet. But what we found, and what we found over time, and what shippers want is like, okay, you can do everything, but we want you to be a specialist. We want you to focus. We want you to be nimble. We want you to be agile. And that's what we're doing by creating these pure plays. And I'll give you a real life example. So yesterday I was at a sales meeting, and we were meeting with a tier one shipper. And what we found was, because you only have an hour or so with a shipper, instead of talking about everything you offer and the broader range of offerings, what we found is we can really dig deep with that shipper and focus on one or two things we do really well. And as a result, you end up ultimately winning more business. So, that's where the industry is headed, and that's where we're headed. Create pure plays, to focus on what the shippers want. They want you to be excellent at what you do. And then at the same time, that's what investors want. They want pure plays, and they want investment grade. So we're achieving all of this, and we're real excited.
And Kevin, for some of the business leaders that are watching right now, as you mentioned earlier, you're no stranger to the industry. And from your time within the industry and at XPO, it seems like XPO really does a great job of finding success in all these different divisions that it's operating within. I think I've kind of heard some of the answer a little bit earlier, but what seems to be that common core, that common denominator that really pushes forward or surges through these different divisions of XPO?
Yeah, Anthony, that's a great point you make. And I think the key to us, our success factor, it's our people, and then it's our technology. But it starts with our people. We really care about our people. It starts with our drivers, because they're the ones that make it go. They're the real heroes of the pandemic that kept the freight moving for us. And so you take care of your people, you treat them with respect, and they're going to ultimately provide a good product for your customer, and ultimately you'll be rewarded. So I would say it starts with our people, but then it starts with our technology. One thing we found out over time and what shippers want, we do a lot of customer focus groups, and what shippers want is they want visibility and they want reliability. And technology provides that. So if you can give that customer, the shipper, visibility, reliability, on-time delivery, damage-free, say it's going to be there, it's going to be there when you say it's going to be there. That's a win. Once again, that's a win-win for us. That's a win-win for the customer. That's a win-win for our people. And it really starts with our people. We just have the greatest people. It's a fun team to be around. I love being at XPO, and just how we all work together and we row that boat in the same direction. And we do that, you're going to have a lot of success.
Kevin, last question before we let you go today. Touching on that people aspect, there's always kind of a little bit of wariness when it comes to a shakeup when you're talking about a sale or a divestiture. What does this mean as far as the people who are currently working at XPO now moving to STG?
Yep, Kaylee. So we closed the deal this morning, and so it's official, and we have about 700 employees in intermodal, and so I'm happy to say that all 700 employees will become employees of STG Logistics. And so we wanted to make sure we did this, and we took care of our people. So everyone who was an intermodal employee here at XPO is now an employee of STG Logistics as of today. So that was very important to us to really take care of our people. And like I said, it's a win-win from our friend Paul at STG Logistics. And he's getting some great people, and they've got a great product. And it's a business he knew very well. But so I'm very happy that all 700 of our employees are now STG Logistics employees.
Kevin, that's great news, and huge congratulations on this move here. We'll be sure to stay in touch with any more recent developments that happened over at XPO.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Kaylee. Have a great day.
Absolutely. And if people want to get in touch with you, Kevin, where can they go to do that at XPO?
Yeah, just simply go to our website, www.xpo.com is the simplest way to do it.
Great stuff. Thank you guys once again, and have a great weekend.